Chok and our valued listeners. So today, the college is organizing a focused discussion on identifying your personality and improving self, which is organized by the Department of English today at World College of Technology and Management. So on behalf of English Department, I welcome you all. So before we start with the webinar, there is a question for all of you. Own personality. Can anyone say your personality and improvement self, which is organized by the Department of English today at World College of Technology. So before we start with the webinar, there is a question for all of you. Who will answer me this question? Is there anyone who will answer me this question?
मैंने यहाँ से ज्वाइन तो कर ही लिया, फिर तो बंद कर।
चल रहा है स्क्रीन भी क्या चल रहा है?
स्क्रीन पे वीडियो लगा
चल देख क्या करते हैं।
बंद कर दूं मैं दो जगह से मैं और कर दूं चल चालू रखना रूम बंद करो हम जिसका क्या करें
That you are on mute. We can't hear what you just said. You just said.
Am I audible to everyone now?
Yes.
Okay. So a very warm greetings to everyone. Honorable Chairperson Sir Kuwar Nishant, our esteemed speakers and panelists, Director Sir, World College of Technology and Management, Brigadier Retired Rakesh Kaushik, Assistant Director Dr. Jeena Chahal, and our senior faculty, HOD of Department of Life Sciences, Dr. Shanta Chok, and our valued listeners. So today, the college is organizing a focused discussion on identifying your personality and improving self, which is organized by the Department of English today. So before we start the discussion, there's a question for all of you that what do you understand by some personality? Is there anyone who would like to answer this question? Department of Life Sciences, Dr. Shanta Chok. Is there anyone who would like to answer this question?
अरे उसी के सर मैम आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, कटिंग हो जाएगा।
Okay, everyone, so let me answer this question for all of you. So a well-groomed personality is something that makes a person stand out in a crowd of mediocrity. And sometimes we feel like if a person has a good personality, then it boosts up their confidence level, and also it enhances their confidence level as well, which can help them to introduce or they can express themselves in front of everyone. So to get a brief knowledge about our personality, we have our valued speakers with us today. I once again we welcome our speakers and thank them for being a part of this webinar organized by the Department of English and Royal College of Technology and Management. So without any further ado, I welcome all to this captivating and a much needed discussion. So we first and foremost, I invite Dr. Archana Thakuran. She is working as a strategic relationship consultant to Sailors Academy, which is a US-based not-for-profit organization. Arsha ma'am, am I audible to you now?
Yes.
So ma'am, we would like you to please give us the brief introduction about the personality ma'am. You are heartily welcome to this webinar ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And firstly, let me extend my heartiest gratitude to the chairperson, Kuwar Nishant Singh, and to all and Ms. Gina, who have invited me to have this session with you all. So good. Now it's good afternoon, everyone, and to all the worthy faculty, students, and everyone who is a part of this webinar. So in today's session, I won't be talking about what personality is about, how do you, what are the, dictionary meaning of personality. I would be talking today what traits of personality is required as a student so that you stand out when you start your journey as professionals, right? Because, when we are in college, we already know what personality is. It's a Latin word, and what makes a personality is it's a mixture of what you think, the way you behave, the way you interact. All of the amalgamation of your action constitute your personality. And it could be, if you categorize them, it could be introvert, extrovert, it could be categorized into different aspects. But being an introvert and being an extrovert, what difference does it make in an industry when they interview you for the first time? So let's talk about those aspects and those traits. What are the things which the industry look forward to in a students before when they make their decision to select any students, right? I think this is what would be more beneficial for you as a student, and so that you can improvise on those areas which you yourself know right now you are lacking or needs further improvisation. Okay. So the first part which the industry looks forward towards is the confidence. How confident are you in introducing yourself? How will you introduce? They do see that how conversant are you, how efficient communication you can carry forward. When the first question when any interview or industry would be asking you is, tell me about yourself, the only reason they ask this question is they want to check two things in your personality. One is how confident do you answer this question, and secondly, how well you know, so that you can tell the other person that this is what they are looking forward to. So with this question, they want to know, they want you to do a background search about them, where you are going for appearing for that interview, right? So the confidence comes with two things. One, you know the subject and you're updated. Irrespective of whether you speak less or you speak more, if you know your subject well and you can, make across your point well, it doesn't matter कि आप कम बोलते हैं क्लास में या लोगों के कम दोस्त हैं या वो एक्सट्रोवर्ट है उसके बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं, नहीं. If I'm the interviewer and if I want to know maybe Newton's third law, और आपने मुझे वो आंसर बहुत इजीली बता दिया that Newton's third law is this. Practically, this is how it is implemented in real life situation. For me, you are my ideal candidate. But if you don't know the subject, then you lack the updation in your personality. That means you are not well researched person when you are coming for coming out of your college and appearing for or starting your professional journey. All right. So this is the first point which you should understand, that what makes you confident. Now there are two, another thing. One is to know your subject well, and second is the fear of public speaking. I have seen students who know the answer, who know how to answer it, but out of fear, out of hesitation, they don't answer it. Now here comes the practice, here comes the improvisation, that what you can do right now while you are a student in college. You can really make n number of mistakes, and we are there to correct you, right? Your teachers are there to correct you. So if you are under that category where you know the answer, but yet still you're not able to, express yourself, and you're not able to answer it well because of hesitation and fear कि अगर मैंने कुछ गलत बोल दिया तो वो मेरा सामने वाला मजाक उड़ाएगा, right? Or you don't find a word. Sometimes language becomes a challenge. आपको लगता है कि नहीं, मुझे सिर्फ इंग्लिश में ही आंसर देना है. You know the answer. What is required is whether you give the answer in Hindi or in English. What matters is कि आप आंसर दे रहे हो, right? That should reflect is you are able to put across your point really well. So for those who are under the second category, where they know the answer, but yet they are very hesitant in answering it in front of 4 people in the panel, the best way to overcome that would be you speak for 5 minutes in front of mirror. I would request host not to mute me, because I have to. Okay. So, okay, where I was. Okay, I was telling that for to overcome this fear, the best remedy, the best option is spend time for 5 minutes in front of the mirror. The way you interact, the way you speak to yourself in front of mirror, that will show you where your confidence right now is. Do this exercise for a month, and trust me, guys, this will help you in a very long run. Because the way you get reflected in front of mirror, आपको अपनी गलतियां अपने आप पता चल रही हैं. आप कहाँ बीच में अटक रहे हो, या कहाँ आप किस जगह पे आपको लगता है कि यार मैं बहुत अच्छे से और कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल सकता था, but yet I am not able to speak, or yet I am not able to express myself. Let me try it again. So there is no one judging you except yourself, and you are the best judge of your own personality. So this is how you can improvise your own personality, your own traits, by which you can overcome the fear and the hesitation of speaking in front of others who are not known to you. Friends में हम बहुत अच्छे से बात करते हैं, class में हम बहुत अच्छे से बात करते हैं, but the moment any senior official is there, or an outsider external is there, we are hesitant in expressing ourselves. Right? How many of you, right now I can see from the screen of Ajay Singh, there are many students sitting there. How many of you feel that you know the subject, but because of hesitation and fear of public speaking, you are not able to express yourself? Kindly raise your hand. Is there anyone? So there are a couple of you, right? So for them, this is the best remedy or the best way where you can, start doing it from day one. And today we are on 14th. So, oh, I'm so sorry. I have not wished you happy Children's Day. So today we are on 14th November. And trust me, by 14th December, if every day you guys practice this just for 5 minutes, I think you would be able to overcome this fear of public speaking and the fear of facing an unknown and expressing yourself, right? Or mirror is host is muting me every time. Okay, now I can unmute myself. So when host mutes other, I'm also automatically being muted by the host. So that's why I'm not able to speak. I request host not to mute me at least. Okay. So the next part of the personality, which others feel is not important, but yet very important, is your body language. 30% is 20 to 30% is the way you speak. The rest is the way you appear. The moment you enter the door, the way you dress up, the way you groom yourself, that constitute the major part of the personality, which we don't pay much attention to. Student, they would hardly pay any attention whether their hairs are trimmed, their nails are trimmed, whether they have worn the business suit or not, while the D-Day when the industries are coming for the interview. These important things, students, they tend to miss, whether their shoes are polished or not, the beard are properly trimmed or not. These aspects are very important and critical aspect of your body language. While you speak, are you maintaining the eye contact or not? You may be knowing the subject, but if you're not looking into the eyes of the speaker definitely would come to know you are underconfident. You may be hesitant in looking. You don't have to gaze in somebody's eyes, but you have to maintain a proper eye contact. The way you shake the hand, there is a proper way of shaking the hand. How much do you need to press the hand? For how long you need to hold the hand? कहाँ से हाथ मिलाना है, ऐसे हाथ मिलाना है, वो पूरा हाथ ऐसे शेक होगा, कैसे होगा? All these are very important aspects of the personality which are being observed by someone when you meet. Just not for the interview. Whenever you go and meet any person outside your friend circle, these are important aspects which will remain and which will be a critical aspect of leaving a first impression in others' mind. If you're not properly dressed up, slippers में चले गए, sandals में चले गए, चलो यार उसी से तो मिलना है, वो तो जानकार है अपना, मिल आते हैं, देख लेते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत 2-4 सवाल पूछेंगे, देख लेते हैं. वो जो देख लेते हैं is the attitude, is what you need to drop from your personality. देख लेना नहीं है. The moment you step out of your house, make sure you are properly dressed. You are properly dressed for the occasion. All right. You cannot take any official occasion lightly or just go randomly and just speak about कि देखी जाएगी जब हम तो सिफारिश लगवा लेंगे, right? सिफारिश भी लगवाओगे तो भी personality तो आपको represent करेगी, right? So your personality has to be your persona, जो आपकी body language would reflect the most. So pay more attention the way you carry yourself. Do you categorize? Do you know that what are the business formal? Business formal में क्या included होता है for boys and girls? There are different business formals. So pay attention to what that business formal constitute. Is tie an important part? What color of the belt should be there? The color of the belt should match to the color of your shoes. So these are very small aspect yet in very important. आप ब्राउन बेल्ट के साथ ब्लैक शूज नहीं पहन सकते हो, राइट? आपकी टाई शुड बी एट द लेवल ऑफ योर बेल्ट. वो आधे लोगों का मैंने देखा शर्ट की बीच तक, मिड ऑफ द टमी तक वो टाई होती है, वो पूरी बेल्ट तक नहीं जाती है, या बेल्ट के बहुत नीचे तक जाती है. So it has to be very properly knotted tie जो आपके बेल्ट तक आनी चाहिए. All right. When you stand, your button, the blazer's button should be there, and you have to unbutton when you sit there. Sit on the chair. You should knock it before you enter the interviewer's door. If you are going for any kind of interview, these are the basic traits of the personality which a student must have, irrespective of कि वो introvert है extrovert है.
Hello.
Yes. And then you have to be very good listener. आपसे जो सवाल पूछा जाए, you have to, you really need to pay attention what is being asked. Unnecessarily don't jump to answer. If a question is being asked, listen, be a good listener, and then, respond to that. We listen just to reply. कि मुझे बस तभी तुरंत जवाब दे देना है. नहीं, just listen, understand, and then reply. Respond to what is being asked. Okay? So these things are the basic personality traits which a student must have, even if you are an undergraduate student or a postgraduate student or whatever course you are currently enrolled into. Ye aspects, if you bring into your personality, start bringing into your personality today itself. Trust me, students, you will feel more confident when you appear for any kind of interview or when you meet any person in your professional life. So your personality is the main, your friend when it comes to making friends in your professional circle. So that's why there is a dedicated session being organized today on personality and how to improvise yourself. Some students have anger issues. They just can't listen. The moment you say, तुमने ऐसा कर दिया जी मैडम, ऐसे कैसे आपने बोल दिया? I mean, they can't listen कि आपने हमें बोल कैसे दिया? The fact is, you need to calm yourself down. You need to have every day, you must have some activity, physical activity in your life to have a control on your anger, to have a control on the way somebody have panic attacks. Panic. They just panic. If some questions they are not aware of, just relax, just say, I'm sorry. Right now, I'm not able to answer this, but I can get back to you on this. So that's okay. You don't have to answer all the 100% questions which the interviewer must be asking you. But your personality should be that you are able to take that question, even if you don't know that, just say no, that right now you're not able to answer it, but you can get back to it, or I can get back to you on this. So that shows that, okay, you are accepting that you don't know everything, but yet you're ready to find the answer and come back to them. Okay. So this calmness into the personality is what any industry would be looking at. Not that कि अब तो ये नहीं आया, ये तो मेरा जी बहुत खराब interview हो गया, अब तो मेरा पक्का selection नहीं है. नहीं. And I'm also not saying कि आपको हर question में ये बोलना है. The basic technical question you must be able to handle. But if you feel that, out of 10, only 1 or 2 questions you're not able to remember at that point in time, you can just say you have studied it during your course, but somehow it's not coming to your mind right now. So there is a calm way of handling those difficult situation or the situation which you have not anticipated. That should be a part of your, you should bring that as part of your personality. All right. Then comes the next part. Okay. So the next part comes that now I know that these are the few things which I lack. Now, constant feedback. Your teachers and your true friends are are the one who would be telling you that these are the points, these are the areas where you are currently lacking. You can improvise on it. Unless you don't ask for feedbacks, you will never be able to improvise. Ask for it. Ask your teachers whenever you give any presentation in the class. Ask from the teacher, ma'am, how can I make it better? Where was I lacking? Was it the presentation, or was it the content? Was it the context, or the way I presented? Different areas. So you really need to have those feedbacks, checkpoints, that okay, if I am delivering this presentation today, maybe a group discussion today, where do I stand? Have I improvised from last semester's presentation, or in semesters, so you give so many presentations. So maybe last assignment to this assignment, is there any improvement from the way I delivered or my group delivered? Show your leadership skills. Develop.
Speaking Lawrence
Your teacher should not be asking for it. Who would be the leader? Your hand should be automatically be raised. Okay, I want to be the leader of this group. Because whenever you would be, facing your campus interviews, you would be sitting for group discussions, and group leader always get better marks than rest of the group. Jo opening remarks khulega, opening and concluding remarks, jo bhi deta hai, any group discussion mein, they get an added advantage. And you need to be updated in your subject. As I said, reading newspaper, magazines, or you sign up for newsletters of various blogs, which will keep you updated what is happening in your domain at least. Okay. And the basic journal knowledge. Pata hona chahiye, country mein kya chal raha hai. So that any topic which comes for your group discussion, you are able to participate in that. All right. You cannot participate in any conversation if you are not updated on the subject, or you are not keeping yourself updated on the things in your domain and the journal domains of your surroundings. So that's why it is very important that you have such friends who have that zeal of, okay, yaar, chal bata, automotive sector mein kya ho raha hai, ya computer science mein which language is doing what, is code mein kya kar sakte hain, ya whatever, XYZ. Moj masti doston ke saath is okay, but your friend should also be a means of your knowledge upgradation, your knowledge sharing, so that you share with each other that this is what is also happening in and around your areas. All right. So make use of this opportunity when you ever interact with your seniors or your teachers or the guest speakers. I'm sure your college must be organizing various seminars, symposium, conferences. Go and attend those seminars. Go and ask questions to the speakers. These are very important aspects which will help you in networking. Networking is an art, and this is something which you should learn when you are a student, which will help you in a long run. In a long run. So, and all these things you can only learn when you have a specific goal, that this is my goal. My goal is just not to get a degree from this college, but my goal is to improvise or enhance my personality. जो मैं 12th के बाद आया था, आज मैं 4 साल के या 3 साल की डिग्री के बाद मैं वैसा नहीं जा रहा हूँ. There is a lot of change in my personality. The way I talk, the way I interact, the way I carry myself. So if that is not happening, that means you have wasted your college time. College time is just not for the mass bunk. College time is just not to show someone कि okay, यार मैं तुझे ये करके दिखाता हूँ, देखियो उसमें क्या है. I mean, you don't have to prove something to someone, right? And this in your age, this is a very common feature. जो आप, you want to prove a point to somebody. That should not be the case, at least not with the teachers, or not in a professional forum where you would like to highlight yourself in a negative connotation. You should always leave a very positive impression whenever you are representing you or your college. Right now you're a student of your college, and that means the way you carry yourself is the way you are representing your college outside. if I have to see you, I would see that the student of this college were excellent. You know, they were very enthusiastic. They were very inquisitive. They really wanted to know so many things. They wanted to learn. They have a lot of ambition. They have a lot of aims. They want to go higher in life. But if I don't see any enthusiasm coming from your side, I probably would have this impression that, you know, the students are there just for getting marks and getting the degree, and then they are there on their own, right? So don't let that impression happen. Make sure whenever you are representing your college, you represent it in a very positive way. Your personality should never go into a negative impression to anyone, not in your college, not in your personal life also. Make sure whatever you do in life, you do in such a way that people remember you for your good way, and that becomes your habit, becomes a part of your personality. And make good habits, choose good habits. All right, so these are the few important aspects which I wanted to highlight today as a person who have, you know, mentored so many students last 5-7 years when I have been with higher education with Amity University and Shri Vishwakarma Skill University. So this is what I tell the students, that this is the time when you are in college. Make sure you get out of the college with best version of your own self. And how you can become best, you know, your where you lack. If it is a communication skill, enroll for free courses. There are courses on Sailor, there are courses on edX, Coursera, so many platforms are there. Enroll for those courses, learn from those courses. If you feel your computer science or coding is, or any language you want to learn, or any other thing you want to learn while you're a student, don't restrict yourself that koi aur karega to main karunga. Nahi, it is your life, it is your dream, your ambition. Whatever it takes, whatever skill set it requires, focus on those, developing those skills and developing that as part of your personality. Because the more you know, more confident you become and better your personality would be. All right. So before I say bye, I would like to have few questions if anyone would want to ask from me. Any question, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So thank you so much for having me today. And it was a great pleasure being with you. And I look forward to have many more interaction with you guys in coming future. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great pleasure being with you, and I look forward to have many more interaction with you guys in coming future.
Thank you very much, Ashna ma'am, for setting the tone for today's deliberation. Thank you very much, ma'am. So our next panelist is Madam Shalini Singh. She is working for the Government of India from the last 4.5 years and has worked for the important departments of the National Commission. So over to you, Shalini ma'am.
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Ashna ma'am.
Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible? Host, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Thank you so much for responding. First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Jeena for inviting me in today's program. It's very special, as Ashna ma'am already mentioned, that today is Children's Day, and so we are gathered here online. Obviously, it would have been fun if we would have come and met you personally, but thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for calling me. My name is Shalini Singh. I have been working with National Commission for Women as legal counselor and I have been attached to the commission from last 5 years. I was a student of law from last 10 years. So I would like to start, like Ajna ma'am focused on how to develop your personality professionally. I would like to focus on the, can you please mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I would like to focus and highlight the importance of improving your personality when you focus on yourself. When you focus on your personality, when you focus on yourself, and how to do it, how to improve your personality personally, right? So I'll start by saying that, see, when you have self-belief in yourself, when you have self-belief, hello, you know, qualities and judgment, important role in the process to pursue your goals. And how is, so first of all, you need to, first of all, need to stop comparing yourself to others. When you compare yourself, then that is to work in, and then it deteriorates the personality in totality, right? The second point is, hello, that I start again with the, I audible, so I continue with the points that I started, right? Second point is, as Archana has also highlighted, the importance of surrounding yourself with positive people. When you surround yourself with positive people, your productivity in life increases. And when the productivity increases, because you get also positive information from positive people. And that people, productivity increases, the mindset decreases, the mental state decreases. It's important that you keep in mind that you surround yourself with positive people.
Class
Body. You need to take care of your body and look I'm really sorry for the yes.
Shalini, Ma'am, please switch on your camera and please unmute yourself. Actually, we are not getting your voice.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, now you are audible to us, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect, ma'am, perfect. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry for this technical issue. I'll just start again. Yeah. So what I was saying is that you need to take care of your body because see, your body is your temple. At the end, whatever your life goals are, whatever your professional goals are, you can only focus when you're keeping well with the physical aspect of your body, right? Fourth aspect is you need to be kind to yourself, right? Generally, what happens is हम लोग अपने ही सबसे बड़े critic होते हैं. You criticize mostly in your head. अगर आप अपने आप को खुद ही criticize करते रहोगे, तो you'll never be able to cope up with the various things life brings upon, right? So you need to be kind to yourself. You need to practice positive self-talk. You need to spend time with yourself, positive things because in life and situations and workplace and colleges, since many of you are students and you're in college, you must be having lot of family pressure, lots of peer pressure, lots of even self-induced pressure that you have to do achieve this kind of academic goal, you have to achieve this kind of personal as well as professional goals. So for that, you need to do lots of positive self-talk, right? And the next point I would like to focus is if you have any kind of fear, you must have heard this from lot many time in your school life. Your fears. For example, if you don't like any subject and you're fearful of that subject that you'll not be able to get good marks, you need to work hard. You start spending time with more with your peers, then you start improving in that field, right? But I did math. I really did math, and irony is that I'm speaking to the students of technology and management today, but I hated math. Let me be very honest. And what I did was I stopped, means till today, if I have to appear in any exam, I skip the coach. Even though I'm guiding you that you have to face the fear, but again, I also lack in this aspect. But yes, we need to face our fears in any aspect, in any professional as well as personal. Next point is it is for every individual that you need to say no. When you learn to say no in certain things, right? You avoid lots of negativity, right? Avoid lots of negativity. There is a thing. There's a exception on this. When you say no, you will get criticism in social aspect. You will get criticism. You will get criticized by your friend that you party or something or after college activity and everything. But I promise you, one day you'll not regret missing those parties or those fun times, right? Because sometimes saying no is my voice is. Am I clear? Am I clear? Shall I proceed? Hello. Okay, then I'll proceed. So this kind of issue, please mention in the chat box. Yeah? After the important part, I just to tell a brief of my life story too, right? See how and when how and what step I took to improve my personality. Even though but yes, I will also, since you are younger to me, I'd like to give you some piece of life advices that you can do, that you can use and develop your personality that will help in your life, that has already helped.
Sorry to interrupt you in between, Shalini ma'am. Actually, your voice is not audible to us. Shalini ma'am. Shalini ma'am, you are not audible to us. I think there's some connection problem.
I will also think your younger to give you some piece of life that I will do, that you can use and develop your personality that will help in your life that has already.
Sorry to interrupt you in between, Shalini, I'm actually not audible to us. Shalini,
How that has already. Sorry to interrupt you in between, Shalini, I'm actually not audible to us. Shalini, how
Am I audible now?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now you are audible to us, ma'am.
I'm
Yeah.
really sorry for what
Yeah.
has
Okay,
happened.
ma'am.
Yeah. Again, here I would like to pinpoint one thing. Situations like this, life brings upon lots of situations like this when things do not work. What is important is the self-belief. I believe in myself that my network will work. However, the connectivity is not in my hand, but I'm trying my best. And so in life, lots of situations happen like this when you will start doubting yourself. But again, the self-belief, the self-positive talk that helps to sail out to all this kind of situation, right? So I'll just tell brief of my life story and how I believed in myself in a lot of negative situations that helped me a lot. So I came from a family where I was a third generation lawyer, right? But since all the people who were coming from my forefathers, right? They were all male. So I was the first female who came into the legal field. And when I come from a very remote place in Jharkhand. So if I start telling you where I come from, it will take at least 2 minutes to explain to. A remote place in Jharkhand. So if I start telling you where I come from, it will take at least 2 minutes to explain to.
Shalini, ma'am. Are you there, ma'am? Yeah.
Remote place in Jharkhand. So if I start telling you where I come from, it will take at least 2 minutes to explain to.
I think there is technical glitches from our side.
Am I audible right now?
Yes, ma'am. Now you are audible, ma'am.
I'm extremely sorry. Oh, yeah.
Are you there, ma'am?
Yeah. Coming back to what I was saying is, right, from the place I belong from a very remote place in Jharkhand. So if I start telling you where I belong from, it will take almost like 2 to 3 minutes to explain me where I come from. So my hometown does not have any college. So there was only one option that I had to move to another city for my higher study. So everybody in my vicinity said, because since law was not a preferable option that time, and the students mainly went for BTech or medical, so many people questioned my choice of moving to other city, and I moved to Pune for my higher studies to get a degree in law. So many people questioned, but I am very thankful that my parents believed in me, and that I could convince my parents because I believed in myself. And since they see that I was so confident about it, then they allowed me to go back and live in a city which was 30 hours train journey from my hometown, right? So in life, even your parents and even your relatives will question your worth on the basis of your choices, right? So in that thing, whenever that question arises, the only thing that will help you is your self belief. You need to believe of that you are worth it. You're worth taking that risk. So you will succeed, and you will make the best use of the situation, right? And coming back to when I reached Pune, yeah, when I reached Pune, Pune was a different place altogether. I was from Jharkhand, and I met a lot many people from different cities. As it happens, like first semester में हम बहुत दोस्ती बनाते हैं, हम बहुत दोस्त बनाते हैं, हमारा बहुत बड़ा ग्रुप होता है, एंड इवेंचुअली जैसे जैसे हम अपने डिग्री के पास आते जाते हैं, एंड इट स्टार्ट बाइंडिंग अप, एंड योर आपका ग्रुप क्लोज होता है, छोटा हो जाता है। बहुत सारे इश्यूज होते हैं in friend circle also. You must all have experienced that, right? तो वहां पे भी you have to keep your core intact. You have to keep your basic principles and basic morality intact. कि आप पे किसी तरह का peer pressure ना बने, आप अपनी morality, आप अपने एक boundary को cross ना करें. And for that also you need lots of confidence and self belief, right? I'll then I completed 3-year degree from Pune, and then I took a leap of faith and I took a risk. I stopped my degree in between, and then I went to Banaras Hindu University for my second degree, right? So again, that was a risk I took, and again I was successful in convincing my parents because I was confident enough to uh, sail through it. Again, I cleared the exam. I got into the college, and it was a really different experience for me to survive in that city, to come and adopt a new city, a new lifestyle, a new cultural. Kind of got some kind of cultural shock also in Banaras, right? So every place has their own mindset, their own way of behaving, right? And coming from Pune, it was a huge transition for me to uh, come back to Banaras. Yeah. But however, it was a good experience. When you travel to different city, when you get to live in different city, you learn many things, right? So I will even advise you, students, that you move to different cities for education, for job. You will learn lot many things. If you means generally many people prefer to stay in their hometown, but what has made me grow so much is moving to different places, very much culturally different. I was even hoping to move to different country, but however that could not happen because of some or the other reasons, right? But I would really advise that if you want to improve your personality, move to different cities, move to different countries, live with different people, learn their culture. It will make you grow, and then when you start talking and then when you start behaving, right, you'll not feel that difference when you suddenly shift. You will have some kind of cultural differences initially, but at the long run you will see that you have evolved into a much better person. uh, the next to make here is, right, you need to you need to believe in yourself. In the aspect, there will be a time, abhi aajkal social media ke wajah se and lots of information floating, there is a lot of pressure a person also puts. आपने भी अपने ऊपर बहुत pressure कर रखा होगा कि हाँ मुझे management MBA करना है, and then I have to go into higher degrees, I have to settle somewhere, I have to get this kind of job, I had to take this thing, I want this kind of LPA, as मेरी salary इतनी होनी चाहिए. But ठीक है, that is good, but वहाँ पे भी you have to keep that your mental sanctity, your mental space is operating very well. बहुत बार ऐसा situation आएगा life में when you will be feeling very low, when you will start self doubting. ये भी होता है, that's very normal. ठीक है, at that time also you need to find some acquaintance, you need to find some of your friends, you need to find some of your family members जिसको you can approach and then you can talk. And उस time पे this acquaintance, this friend or of yours or this family of yours will reassure you that आपका जो belief which you have lost in process, ये होता है, that's very normal thing. But you need to find somebody. Always better to talk, right? Sometimes what happens is however, कितने भी आप introvert हो, you don't like sharing your plans, you don't like sharing your goals, but in life, some situations happen, and oftenly you find that जब भी कुछ मीडिया में आता है या अगर कोई नोन होता है, people who are committing suicide, very sad thing, right? But उनका mental health इस level पे पहुंच जाता है, and I really wish if you अगर वो लोग शेयर करते किसी से, तो they would have a better option. अगर मान लीजिए आपका कोई friend है, आपका कोई family member, even they are not able to help you that situation also, but after you went out something, it really helps. ठीक है, तो you try, because I'll tell you from my story only that I was a person who never even said that I was having some physical pain, right? Even though I had fever, I never used to inform my parents also, and I used to deal everything on my own. That was my way of taking life. Like I thought I was very much self-dependent. I don't need anyone, but no, it does not happen like that. Sometimes you need somebody along with you, right? And that can be your friend, that can be your family member. You can talk to them, you can meet them. Try meeting your friends in person rather than calling or being connected through social media. Spend good time with them. That helps a lot, and all these things will improve your personality. You know, that's all. See, your life is a process, your journey is your process, and in all this aspect you need to ensure that you are being intact, right? Your mental health is intact. You are doing fine with yourself. When you see yourself in a mirror, you could be able to face yourself. Do indulge in all these activities that help you feel good, but try avoiding few things like addiction that gets into addiction or something.
Shalini ma'am, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. But actually, we have a shortage of time. We need to call the other panelists as she needs to move on.
Right.
So, shall we continue with the other panelists?
Yeah. Just as you just wrap.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you so much for making our students learn a lot about the. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me here. Thanks.
So now our last panelist is Dr. Apara Sharma. She has completed her graduation and post-graduation from a beautiful city of Chandigarh. And she worked in the banking sector for 10 years before. She shifted to teaching. She joined the college in the year 2017, that is Department of English. Subsequent to completing her PhD, she specializes in Indian poetry in English. And she has also conducted various workshops, sessions on the basics of English language, communication skills, and personality development. Over to you, Apara ma'am. Shifting to teaching. She joined the college in the year 2000.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible to us.
Ma'am, give me a second. I'll join from the other device. I think the video is not very clear. Just give me 1 second, please.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, please take your time, ma'am. English language, communication skills, and personality.
Give me 1 second, please.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure.
Ma'am, is my voice clear?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible to us.
Okay. Most welcome. Thank you so much. A very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, Chairperson, sir, of World College of Technology and Management, Dr. Gina.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. It is wonderful to be here. And I must appreciate the patience with which your students are sitting. I could see them in the frame of Ajay Singh ji. So a big applause for all of you. I mean, your children for me, but of course you are now all grown-ups. So now, since Dr. Archana and Ms. Shalini have covered most of the things, not clear? Am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am, you are audible to me.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. So since Dr. Archana and Ms. Shalini, they have covered the technical aspect of the whole personality development, identifying personality and improving self, I would just like to take 15 minutes with you and leave you with two interesting stories, right? First of all, there is a small activity that I want all of you to do. Just go back to your childhood when you were 1.5 or 2 years of age. I know you would not remember what you did, but your parents must have told you. When you wanted to walk one day, you wanted to start walking one day, did you just get up and start walking on your own? Some of you can write in the chat box. The others who are sitting in this big hall, they can talk amongst themselves for 1 or 2 minutes. Just discuss as to what happened when you wanted to walk, when you started walking. I'm going to be quiet for 1 minute. Please discuss. And then I want 2, 3 volunteers. Maybe you can write in the chat box and I will read it out for you. All right. Some of you can write in the chat box.
Yeah.
All right. Did some of you do this activity? Did some of you try to talk to one another? Anybody can write in the chat box. Anybody who can speak if you're allowed to. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. You are audible to me.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, right?
Okay. I would request 2 or 3 of you to write in the chat box or maybe take permission from ma'am to speak and tell me how the journey started. जब आप छोटे बच्चे थे and you wanted to speak, या कोई भी आप में से एक ऑर्गेनाइजर जो हैं अजय सिंह जी के स्क्रीन में जो बच्चे बैठे हैं, कोई 2 बच्चे से आप पूछ के मुझे बता सकते हैं कि इन्होंने क्या डिस्कस किया? Aditya Kumar ji, are you trying to speak? No problem. Is my voice clear? Is it still clear? Yes, Priyanka, very good. We started stammering in first, then you started speaking. You fell down at many times. Sometimes your parents were around to cheer you up. Sometimes there was nobody to cheer you up. ठीक है? जो ये बच्चे बैठे हुए हैं, can you just raise your hands in case you have understood what I'm trying to say? थोड़े से raise कर सकते हो आप लोग hands? All right. So when you wanted to walk, you did not suddenly start walking. You took some time. Okay. कभी-कभी आप गिर गए, गिर के फिर उठे, फिर चले, और this is how you learned to walk. However, thank you so much. That's a huge yes. I'm really grateful to you. So what I want you to now understand is, in life also, nothing comes easy, but as you grow older, you forget to make mistakes. गलतियां करके ही इंसान सीखता है. क्लासरूम्स में थोड़ी बहुत गलती करो, आंसर दो, इसी से आप सीखोगे और आगे बढ़ोगे. Same goes for English speaking. When you want to learn to speak in English, since we were not born speaking in English, it will take some time. ठीक है? As long as you don't associate values with the language English. Okay? Get rid of the colonial mindset कि जो इंग्लिश बोलता है वही मॉडर्न है, वही ग्लोबल सिटीजन है. You can be good at any language and have confidence within you in order to become a better speaker. English is a beautiful language which can be mastered by mastering a few grammar concepts, which I can maybe take up in some other session, or I will share the 5 topics of English grammar, which all of you can revise from your school books and be good at it. ठीक है? अभी तक सब कंफर्टेबल हैं? ये छोटी सी बचपन की आपको ये याद रहेगी कि आप गलती कर सकते हो. इट इज ओके टू मेक मिस्टेक्स. हम सब परफेक्ट नहीं हैं, हम वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस हैं. ठीक है? अगर आप सबको ये चीजें समझ में आई हैं जो मैंने आपके बचपन से एग्जाम्पल देके बोली हैं, सो प्लीज रेज योर हैंड्स एक बार. इट्स वेरी नाइस. मुझे थोड़ा एनकरेजमेंट मिलती रहती है. That's very sweet of you, Ashish, Vicky, Khushbu. That's very sweet of you, Priyanka, Pal, and Pooja. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Nikhil, Ashish. Thanks a lot. Now, Naveen, thank you so much, and thanks to all of you who are raising hands. अब मैं आपको एक नेक्स्ट छोटी सी स्टोरी बताऊंगी. उसके बाद I'll wind up. If you have no questions, I'll wind up because I know you must be tired by now. Story ध्यान से सुनना. All of you must know that when there is a caterpillar in the cocoon, it struggles, right? It struggles. It has to push open the cocoon and then come out. ठीक है? ये पता है आप सबको बात? When a small caterpillar has to come out of the cocoon, it struggles. ठीक है? So the story goes like this. There is a person who's watching a small caterpillar which is trying to cut open the cocoon. So as helpful as we are, हमें हेल्प करना अच्छा लगता है. उसने क्या किया? उसने वो छोटा सा कोकून थोड़ा सा काट दिया. तो जो कैटरपिलर था वो बड़े आराम से बाहर आ गया. बट हुआ क्या? That caterpillar could not fly throughout his life. He spent his life remaining crippled. You know why? Anybody who knows why? Batao. You can write in the chat box or maybe whatever way you can communicate to me. Any guesses? Feel free to make mistakes. Tell me the answer. Okay, so what happens is when the caterpillar pushes open the cocoon, it helps him give strength to his wings, and this is how he is able to fly. ठीक है? लाइफ भी ऐसी ही है. अगर आपको लगेगा ना सब कुछ प्लेटर में ही सर्व हो जाएगा आपको, and you don't want to struggle, you are a very delicate person, then you will not learn anything. Yes, very good, Aditya Kumar. He did not learn anything because someone else was doing it. So if you always want to be treated as princes and princesses, जिनके सब काम मम्मी पापा कर देंगे, then you are never going to become an independent person who will improve his self. ठीक है? थोड़ी सी रिजेक्शन आएगी, आप हिल जाओगे. किसी लड़की ने लड़के ने मना कर दिया, आप बहुत हिल जाओगे. And your personality will become very flimsy. किसी टीचर ने थोड़ा सा डांट दिया तो आप you will be shocked कि मैम ऐसे कैसे कह सकती हैं. But in life you need to struggle. थोड़ी सी struggle, थोड़ा सा initiative, I will not call it struggle. This initiative is required for you to add strength to your wings. ठीक है? आपको पता है जिराफ का बच्चा क्या करता है? When a giraffe is born, the mother holds the baby very tightly, rolls him around like this, twirls him in air, and throws him so that he learns to run. Because the moment he's born, there must be some tiger, some lion who would like to prey upon him. I'm not saying that we are part of this animal world, but I'm trying to give you an example to show you how important it is in life to be enterprising, to be taking initiatives, to be proactive learners. You can't be sitting back like this and expecting the staff of World College of Technology and Management to do everything for you. उन्होंने अरेंज कर दिया, आपको बिठा दिया, रिसोर्स पर्सन बुला दिए, रेस्ट ऑफ इट इज विद यू. चेयरपर्सन सर ने 3 रिसोर्स पर्सन बुला दिए, टेक्नोलॉजी जितनी हमने कोशिश करके मैनेज किया, बट रेस्ट ऑफ इट इज विद यू. आप उससे क्या लेके जाते हैं वो आपके ऊपर है. सो रिमेंबर दीज 2 थिंग्स इन लाइफ. फर्स्ट, when you were a baby, you were okay with making mistakes. ठीक है. Second, when you have to be a little enterprising in life to have a personality of your own. हमेशा दूसरे के कंधे पे चढ़ के आप नहीं सक्सेस पा सकते. You have to do something on your own. All right. When you see successful people, the success that you see is only tip of the iceberg. उन्होंने पीछे क्या काम किया, उनकी क्या struggles थी, वो आप नहीं जानते. ठीक है. So with this, I come to the end of whatever I had to say. I request you, if you have any questions, post them in the chat box. With regard to how you can enhance your personality, with regard to how you can enhance your English, I will be sharing 5 topics with Gina ma'am. You can revise them from your grammar books, class 8th to 10th grammar books, and speak in English. Try to speak in English maybe for 15 minutes a day amongst yourselves, and don't pull down anybody who has a different accent, a different pronunciation, a different background, because we were not born speaking in English. It is not our native mother, it's not our mother tongue, so we have to exert ourselves. It does not come naturally, but it's a beautiful language which you can learn with some practice. I wish all the best to each one of you who's sitting here, and I am so proud of all of these students who are especially sitting in this frame so nicely, so disciplined. So I would like to pay compliments to your faculty, the organizing team, the anchor who is trying her best to, get everything together. Chairperson sir, once again, thank you so much. Gina ma'am, thank you so much. I wish all
Thank you
the
very
best
much, ma'am, for
to
sharing your
everyone
valuable
sitting here.
experiences and
And
insights.
I'm so proud of all.
I hope we have learned a lot from you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And I'm sure today's discussion enlightened us on the topic. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being with us. And at last, we will conclude our session and to propose a formal vote of thanks. I would like to invite our director, Director sir, over to you. I wish all the very much, ma'am, for sharing your valuable experiences and insights. I'm so proud of.
Should I, ma'am? Can you? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible to us.
Good morning, everybody, and good morning, dear students. It was a most interesting talk. The topic for today, identifying your personality and improving self. I need not emphasize the importance of this topic. Dear students, you would have realized that it is not only technical skills which matter, but it is how you conduct your business as a person, and how you groom yourselves to be better human beings. More, personality is a very, very sort of a wide canvas, and there is no sort of limit to improving yourself. What is required is that you have to be aware of this fact, and you have to continuously make efforts to improve yourself. And believe you me, you would find that you would find yourself to be much better placed rather than depending purely on your technical skills. So it was a most interesting talk. And I'm sure that all our students have greatly benefited from this. You must not only assimilate what our esteemed speakers have told you, but you must also try and practice what they have told you. On behalf of all students and the entire WCTM fraternity, I extend a big thanks, a vote of thanks to Dr. Archana, Dr. Apra, and Ms. Shalini. Thank you very much for taking off time and addressing our students. We are grateful. It was indeed a most educative and very, very beneficial talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was wonderful.
Have a nice day.
Thank you very much sir, for your valuable.
Thanks,
Thank
a
you
vote of
very much.
thanks to Dr.
So
Archana,
that's all for
Dr.
today's
Apra,
session,
and Ms.
everyone. I
Shalini.
hope you have learned a lot from my panel.
Taking off
Thank you
time
very
and
much,
addressing our
Apara ma'am.
students.
Thank you
We
very
are
much,
grateful.
Dr. Archana ma'am, and
It
thank you,
was
Shalini
indeed
ma'am,
a
for being
most
with us today.
educative
Thank you, ma'am.
and very, very
Take care, everyone.
beneficial talk. Thank you very much.